It's here, it's here, it's here. And I bought this through Ricky's Amazon link. And I told him what I paid for it and to look for it to show up on his link. And it never showed up. So I do not know what's going on with that. It's a brand new link. Maybe there's got something to do with that. I don't know. Or I had this in my cart. I gotta catch my breath just a second. I had this in my cart for 2 or 3 weeks, thinking about it. And maybe because I had it in my cart and then went to his Amazon link to buy this, maybe that's why he didn't get credit for it. I do not know. But I ordered it on the 7th. He put a video out showing you his link, his Amazon link. And right then and there, or actually that night, I went and I ordered this through his link and it never showed up. So anyway, I'm going to unbox it. I'm taking that off and putting the new one right here. And that will be for sale. Or I'll stick it in my, it's not a high value item, so I may just hang on to it. Who knows? Maybe this is my oldest buffer, and that may quit someday. This is my newest one, and now that is my brand newest one. All right, let me get a razor knife and open that up. Well, there's one thing for sure. They sure packaged it well. Let me get them 2 bolts off. All right, let me get some stuff put away. Well, I kind of underestimated the size of that table. I mean, it's going to work, but just barely. I got to go out to my shop, my other shop, and get some, not buy some because I have a hardware store out there, get some longer carriage bolts. And then I'll bolt this down. I got it all set up for, this is going to be my black, what do they call that? A blending bar? It's what removes the scratches. It's the hardest cutting compound that they have, that there is. And that's why I got this 1 horse. And this, I now have my 2 new Seisel wheels. See, this is a Seisel wheel, and this, you can't tell, but this, at one time, it looked like that. Not yellow, but, I mean, it had the same kind of schmutz coming out of it. And this is a soft one for the Green Rouge. That's a hard one for the Green Rouge. And that, the far side, is a hard one for the Pink Scratchless. And this side is a soft one for the Pink Scratchless. I really think this is going to take my polishing to a whole nother level. All right, let me go get some carriage bolts and crank this puppy up. All right, you ready to hear the angels sing? boy, I'll tell you what. That is one hell of a machine. I just love my Jet tools. Everything I buy that is Jet just works and works and works. And I never have to fix or repair. I shouldn't say that. Okay. All right. So there we go. I believe I have upped my polishing game to a whole nother level. And now, since I'm in here, I'm going to build something. Reaching across or around these things to get stuff is not a good idea. And I built this kind of small just because I knew I wasn't going to be putting stuff up here. But you have to use the compound, the polishing compound, frequently. So what I'm going to do is build just a little box under here where I can slide it under and leave it there until I need it. That way I'm not reaching over these or around these buffers, because they say, and it's the truth, and it's a very common saying among people who have big buffers in their shop, that the buffer is the most dangerous tool in your shop. And it is if you're not paying 101% attention to what you're buffing and you're not letting your mind wander. Your mind has to be 100% on what you're doing. And there's, certain criteria you got to follow. You cannot buff higher than the center point. You got to buff from here down to here. Cut it into like quarters, and this little pie section here is where you want to do your buffing. That way, when it grabs your work, and it throws it down on the floor away from you or through one of your toes instead of through your heart. If you use it above the center line, whatever you're buffing is going to come back at you and it's going to hurt you. Take a finger off, poke you in the heart, put an eye out, whatever. These are dangerous machines, and now that I've got these big machines, 1 horse, 3/4 horse, half horse, I have to be even more careful. I have only had 1 or 2 mishaps when I first started buffing, and if you start buffing, you will too. Just be sure, as long as you're buffing from the center line, you're using this part of the wheel from the center line down to this. When you screw up, and it's not if you screw up, it's when you screw up, it will take your work, snatch it out of your hands, and throw it to the floor instead of throwing at you. So as long as you follow that one protocol at least, from the center down, you'll be okay. You might, get a toe stabbed or something, but, that's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've got some 1x12s. I'm going to build me a little box under here. I've been meaning to do that, and I'm in here and not doing nothing else, so let me go ahead and do that. And then this buffing room is complete. And I have a fan right here that actually it blows in, and I have a fan right there that I stick in the window that blows out. So you can't breathe this stuff either. It's really, really bad for you, and I do wear a respirator when I buff. And one of these days I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what my face looks like when I'm done buffing, man. It's black everywhere except where my mask is, and I have to, my wife doesn't even want me to come in the house looking that dirty because, I have to touch things, and it gets in the shower, so I try to wash up pretty good out here before I go home. Okay. I just can't stop looking at it. That is a beautiful buffer. No, I wish I had 3 of them. Okay, yeah, this here is for sale. I don't know what it's worth. Maybe $50. And I buffed a lot of knives with that. Okay. See ya. I'm fixing to, actually, I'll show you this. It's not going to be anything, it's not going to be a huge project, but I'm going to do it right now. Actually, I'm going to take all the buffs that I got off there, and I'm going to go home, I'm going to get Ziploc baggies, and I'm going to put that and all these other wheels that I have in Ziploc baggies separate. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to buy that buffer, right there, I got a whole bunch of wheels I'll give you. Some of them are brand new, and they're all good. This is Sisal. This is what you would start your initial buff with. These wheels, the Sisal wheels, with a black polishing compound, blending bar. And then you'd move to, oh, these are Sisal too. So you would use the black. Okay, this had the green. So you'd use these for the black, these for the green, and then you would take these off and you would put the soft buff wheels on. These are red, but you could turn these into green, you know, no problem. You could use green on them. And then you would use a soft wheel like this for the pink scratchless, and then just a flap wheel that's not sewn on the side for the pink scratchless. And you would be, you would have some shiny knives. So, $50, come drink some coffee with me, take this machine out of here. And all these boxes. All right, I made 3 of these little boxes. I'm gonna get these screwed on up under there and I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. Now I don't have to reach over the buffers to grab my polishing compound.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Look at those eyes. How could you not love a dog with eyes like those? Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the ducks.
To get to the ducks.
in the pool. They're going swimming. Could you believe I emptied that pool yesterday?
I would.
Yep, in the pool. Baby duck.
Why don't you guys go for a swim?
Rosie. Alright. Rosie got a worm. So what did you get?
I got 6x48 sanding belts and a magnet for Bev's knives. Oh, you mean at Walmart's?
Yeah.
Cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, and radishes.
Sam and a chicken. Oh, crap. Chicken. She just killed me. Now one of them, which is Martha, she stays with me and gets her